everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I am going to be showing you how I apply my tattoo brows and also what products I use with them, all of my honest thoughts and opinions on them. So there are a few different ways that you can wear them. There are a few different products you can use with them as well, and it all just depends on personal preference. I have tried a lot of different eyebrow products and I thought I found my holy grail, thought I found the one, but honestly these brow tattoos have changed the game for me. So these are my new babies now. I have a certain technique as to how I get this really like fluffy brow with them. If you do want to see how I do it, then keep watching. Okay, so the style I'm going to be using is E14. I've tried E14, E16 and E09 I think those are the ones. And I've found that these are my favourite. I love the softness of the front part and I feel like I can just make them really fluffy. And I would probably wear these on their own without anything on. Maybe it's only just like translucent powder, something like that, just to take the shine out. But you'll see what I mean. And I'll just go through it all as we're going through. And I really wanted to do this video in a lot of detail just so you can get all of the tips and tricks on how to make them look super realistic. Absolutely get them so snatched as well. Because I didn't think I'd be like converted to any other brow product. But these, oh my god, honestly, they're so good. There is a good range of styles. I would say not my exact style, so I do have to still adjust, but just so good. I feel like that they give me a stencil, obviously I don't have, so they give me a stencil to then work from, and I feel like it just works a lot quicker even though I'm doing more steps. Yes. So I've got my little brows here, and I'm just going to cut the outline as close as I can to the hairs. And I do have some dogs in the room, so if you hear chewing or scratching or sniffing, then you know what it is. It's not me. And before you try to apply these, you really want to make sure you've got no product on your face at all. So I've already done my skincare, and what I usually do is wet and rub, like scrub my eyebrows and then really scrub them dry with a rough towel just to make sure there's absolutely nothing on. Some people have came to me and said, how do you not get the little bubbles underneath? And I do have really oily skin, and I find that if I do have any product or oil under my skin, it can form them little bubbles and not lie flat. So that is a little tip, just make sure you do it just before you are about to apply them, and it should work a lot better and hopefully form no bubbles. So you're just going to take off that seal. I'm just going to line them up to where I want them to sit. And I kind of line it up from the middle first and then like work my way along. Okay, and I've just got a bit of damp tissue here, which I'm just going to use to pat on to it. And it's literally like those little tattoo transfers that you would have when you were younger. Also, please excuse the actual state of my skin. If you'll believe me, this is actually quite good. This is in the healing process of what it did look like. So, okay, and you can just run over the top, just pressing gently. And the same with the other one. And don't worry if you don't like get them spot on straight away. I feel like they are really easy and like blendable, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, natural brows anyway aren't exactly the same. They might be a little bit different, so don't worry if you don't get it bang on straight away. It's definitely just practicing until you do get used to them. It took me a while to get used to and find the shape that I liked, but I persevered and now I absolutely love them. Okay, so that's them on without any product on them. As you can see, the tips of them are like aren't really there. I don't really mind it because it looks quite natural, I think. But I also like that because it means I can create my own tip, which I find with a lot of them I would do anyway. So if it's not much there, it's good for me to then go and like create on top. And if you did want to just wear just the tattoo brows, I would do this and then take some translucent powder, any kind of translucent clear powder, and just put it on top. So I'd use a thinner brush like this and I'd get a tiny amount of translucent powder on and start from the middle and like go side to side like this rather than up and down, because if you do it on the outline of the brow then it will sit on the outlines of the brow and you'll be able to see like a white outline with the product that you do use. So do bear that in mind when you are using like powdered products or like cream products like that.
Oh, you are so cute. I love your cute little smile.
But what I like to use on top of mine is the Benefit They're Real Push-Up Liner in Beyond Brown. So this is an eyeliner product, however I've used it on my brows for as long as I know now, and honestly it's so good. You can create brow hair strokes really easy with it, and that's what I love. What I do is I started to create the tip that I want on the end, and I'm literally going to follow the direction of the hairs of what are already there. Just go on top of the hairs that are already there and just kind of darken them for now. And for me, I want it really fluffy on the end, so I'm going to do like this flicky out effect. And then I'm just going to extend it down to create where I want the end of my brow to be. So that's kind of how I like my tip to be of my brow. Just keeping it really textured and fluffy. And then what I do for the rest of this, as you can see it's still shiny, it doesn't blend yet, is I just do exactly the same and I run this product over the top of the brows that are already there, and that can just darken it up and also just act as the stencil as well. I'm just going to try and act really lightly with it when I do this. And if you do make a mistake, you can just take a baby wipe and just rub over it lightly. So here I feel like I've went a little bit too heavy with that line. You just want to press really lightly with it so you don't disturb the eyebrow. Then I'm literally going to do the exact same on the other side, starting with the arc again. Okay, so I feel like this side just worked a lot better and a lot quicker and easier than the other one. And I feel like that is to do with this product. You need to get the right amount on, the right amount of pressure. So when you do get it, don't be like rushing with it. Just try and be patient till you do get used to how to control it. And then you can start to do stuff like this. I really like the brow tattoos because it's a stencil for me more than anything. And I know I've kind of just added so much product on top, which kind of removes the purpose of having a brow tattoo and like it being there. But for me, I don't feel like I'll ever be settled with how I want my brows, and I always do like to add bits and just like make it look really like, give it my touch on it, if you know what I mean. Honestly, anybody who does have alopecia, I just think the brow tattoos are even just worth a try for you because they are so cheap. You can get them on Amazon, eBay. I felt like my brows used to take longer without them, even though I'm doing the 2 steps now. So I would usually, just get myself comfy. I would usually just use the Benefit product to do my brows without the tattoo brow. But I feel like just having that underneath just means I can just quickly go on top and like it's sorted. So for me, I do feel like it's slightly quicker, which is quite surprising. I feel like they are a good like natural alternative as well. So just for the ends, I like to take my NYX matte liquid liner, and you don't want loads of product on, you want like most of it off. Bring it to a point as well. And just on the end parts, I'm just going to add in a few hair strokes just to create a little bit more depth. Just act really light with it as well. That's just personal preference. You don't have to add that step in if you don't like your brows too dark or anything like that. And just to make them look extra snatched, I do like to use a concealer just to carve them out. and this is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the colour Extra Fair, and I'm using a Doll Beauty DB11 brush, so just this nice flat brush. You just want to squeeze it to a point. You don't have to do this step either, you can just leave them like this, and they do look really, really natural just as they are, but as I'm doing my whole face, my whole makeup, I will add in this step as well. So when you are doing this step, you want to be careful when you are applying like product around the brow, just because of that outline and it can't sit in that. So when you are applying this, try not to like move it about like too much, just try and get it on and just leave it or pat it, if that makes sense. So if you make a mistake and go too far into the brow anywhere with the concealer, just take your finger and pull it down, and that'll remove the concealer for you, and then you can go back in. So once I've carved that out and created that line, I then like to just drag the product down, just so it blends into my eyelid a bit better. And I'm just going to quickly do the same on the other side. You can also use this like carving out technique to clean up anything that you've kind of went too low with on the brows, and it just makes it look really clean and like really, really snatched. So that is how I like to do my brows personally. I am going to do like the rest of my makeup. You do want to be really careful when you are applying your face makeup as well. So obviously I do brows first, and I would advise to do your brows first, just because if you do have any product like face product on, you will have to really make sure there's nothing on your skin, and that can maybe disrupt your foundation on your face. So I would definitely start with your eyebrows, just so there's nothing underneath that can make them lift. I don't carve out the top of my brows, only underneath, and I was really gentle and careful with how I put it on. You don't want to move it about too much. The same on the top really. So when I go to apply my concealer as well and a face product around, I always take a brush like this. Usually I would use a beauty blender, but if I take a brush like this, I'll control the product so that it doesn't go onto the brows, and that just makes sure it stays under control and doesn't sit into the brows and onto the outline, because that can happen and it's so annoying. It took me a while at the start to try and sort that out. Can you resist the chew? Let's try. Oh well. For me, I do love using this Benefit product with the brows, just because I feel like it's such a good combo with the brows being kind of shiny. I feel like it can take out that shine as well, because it is quite mattifying, and with it being waterproof, it's so good because they're literally like bulletproof, honestly. I wear a motorbike helmet sometimes, and when I take it off, it really like drags on my eyebrows, but when I wear these, they don't budge. So these are my motorbike eyebrows, and I think it does, like the way I do it with the stencil and the brow tattoo, it's the best way I've found when you are wanting something waterproof. They're going to stay on really well. I have tried to sleep in these, see how long I can get them to last, but the most I can last with them is max 2 days. I know a lot of people have went a lot longer, but I think it just depends on your skin type. So with me, I've got really oily skin, and overnight I do obviously the oil on my face, it can get underneath it and like push it out and not give it a really good secure fit anymore. But I feel like those with maybe dry skin or just normal skin, they might last a little bit longer. And I think also kind of your lifestyle and skincare. If you don't do a lot of skincare, if you're not scrubbing on your face a lot, then they might last a really long time. For me, I do just like a fresh set every day. I think they just look obviously a lot better fresh on me. So yeah, but it's all kind of just personal really, lifestyle and skin type as well. For me, what I've found, it's not my technique, and I will tag my fellow alopecia friend who I found these eyebrow tattoos off as well. She does have a tutorial, I will tag her below. She does have a little technique which I've seen. She uses double-sided tape or even sellotape and puts them over the top and pulls them off, and the brow tattoos come off really well that way, and that saves you scrubbing a lot, because that can really irritate your skin. So that is a good technique. And I've also seen these brow tattoos on a few other girls with alopecia, and I will tag their videos below. They also do have tutorials on their Instagram as well, and they do use different products to what I do, so definitely check them out. These products might not work for you, but one of what they use you might like better. So yeah, just definitely have a little look at that as well. Yeah, I'm going to do the rest of my face and then I'll give you my final thoughts and reviews on these. So yes, see you in a minute. So this is my finished look with the tattoo brows that we applied before. So now you can see the finished look and what it would kind of look like with a full face of makeup as well. And honestly, I really love the product. So I'm just going to give you like an overview. These are the tattoo brows and you get 11 of them, and definitely they are worth the money to try out. Even if they don't work, they're only £2 or £3. Honestly, they're such a quick and easy way for people to kind of try a different way of doing their brows. You might have a way that works for you already, and that's fine. Honestly, I didn't think I would find something else that I would love, but honestly these, I love them. I'd say the only annoying bit about it is maybe like the bumps underneath. You can't have any eyebrow hair when you try and put them on. You do have to have full like total eyebrow loss. Another thing is I wish they did last a little bit longer on me, but that's just personal because they will probably last longer on other people. Also, probably the main downfall for me is definitely the shine of them, because if there wasn't a shine on there, I would probably just wear them without for like my natural days, not really caring much about the shape, to be honest. To be honest, there is stuff to rectify, that's a translucent powder or any product on top, so I would definitely say you do have to use some sort of product with it. You couldn't just use it by itself. Well, you can if you don't mind that shine or like that glowy kind of tinge to it, but for me personally, I wouldn't like that shine. But overall, these products are really great to try out. I have seen some people trying out eyebrow wigs, but I can see they are a lot more of a investment. My friend with alopecia actually tried out some eyebrow wigs. I'll put her video of that down below if you did want to have a look at them. They are also another eyebrow option, anybody with alopecia, and they did actually look really good on her. So if that might be something you do want to invest in and try. As you'll see a lot with these kind of videos, it is just trial and error and just practicing until you do get it perfect. If you can't get it right first time, like I said, it took me a while to get used to them, and now I absolutely love them. So that is my video for my tattoo brows, and honestly I do love them. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like them too, and if you did enjoy this video, please also leave a comment down below and let me know if you like them, if you do have any questions, or if you are going to purchase them too. And last but not least, please do subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I do appreciate all of the support that I am getting already. If you do want to follow me on Instagram, here are my Instagram handles. I do have a makeup page and also a personal page. I always post lots of tutorials and stuff on there as well, and my inbox is always open if anybody needed to chat. And also I do have TikTok. This is my TikTok handle. Please go give me a follow. I did just hit 10k followers the other day. For some reason, people are seeming to like my TikToks. On there, I do post a lot of transformations and really some sassy videos. So please go and give them a watch as well. So thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video.
Eyebrows on fleek, the fuck?